Imagine waking up, getting dressed, and stepping outside, only to find a giant metal fence blocking your driveway, with a big, bold sign that says, Private HOA Property. No access. That road? It's been in your family for generations. It's on your land. So, what do? If you're my grandpa, you call a bulldozer. I grew up on a quiet patch of land just outside town. Our house sat on 10 acres, surrounded by old oak trees, cornfields, and that one long stretch of private road. That road connected our home to the main highway, and for over 40 years it was ours alone. It wasn't fancy, but it was part of the family. My grandpa, a retired army engineer, built it himself when he was younger. Everyone knew that road belonged to us. One morning I got up early to head to work. I grabbed my coffee, walked to the truck, and I stopped cold. There was a steel fence, not a little one, a full reinforced welded fence, stretching across the entrance of our road like a medieval gate. Fresh concrete still curing around the posts. A brand new sign read, Private Property, Controlled by Riverbend HOA, Access Restricted. And standing next to it was a security guard in sunglasses and a badge. I was stunned. I asked him what was going on, and he said, This area is now under HOA control. No access without permission. My blood was boiling. I backed the truck up, stormed inside, and told Grandpa. Grandpa didn't flinch, didn't yell, didn't even curse, which was rare. He stood up, walked into his office, opened an old metal cabinet, and pulled out a yellowed folder. Inside, a land deed, with our name on it. That road, and 10 feet on either side, was legally ours, fully deeded and registered with the county decades ago. He looked at me, dead serious, and said, If they want to play tough, let's play tough. We went to the HOA office that afternoon. It was in a newly built neighborhood about half a mile from our land. The HOA president, a smug guy named Vikram, tried to tell us we were mistaken, that their new development had absorbed the road. Grandpa handed him a copy of the deed. Vikram laughed and said, You can take it to court if you want. Meanwhile, the fence stays. Grandpa nodded once and walked out without saying a word. The next morning, at exactly 8 a.m., a bulldozer pulled into our driveway. Grandpa had called in a favor from an old friend who ran a construction company. The operator asked, Where do you want me to start? Grandpa just pointed toward the fence. We notified the sheriff's department ahead of time, and sure enough, a deputy arrived to observe. We showed him the deed. He nodded. And then the bulldozer roared to life. With one crunch of metal and a shower of sparks, that fence collapsed like a house of cards. HOA members came running down the road, yelling, waving their phones, threatening lawsuits. Vikram screamed, You'll pay for this. You're destroying community property. The sheriff stepped in, held up the deed, and said, This isn't community property. This is private property, and you're trespassing. The HOA members went silent. One by one, they turned around and walked back up the road. Later that week, the HOA sent us a formal letter. No apology. Just a note saying they had reevaluated their plans and would be removing the fence remains and adjusting their boundary markers. But Grandpa wasn't done. He hired a surveyor to clearly mark our land, then put up a wooden sign at the edge of the road. It said, Private road, family owned. Since 1981, know where you stand. And every time